Alright, so Park versus Tyra is supposed to start in an hour or so, but Chael Sonnen posted a video today on this situation, what Daniel Cormier said at the end of his appearance on the Mightycast, Mighty Mouse's podcast, and really quickly, before we jump into the Chael Sonnen stuff, I want to play you this clip so you have context as to what Chael Sonnen is talking about.
Maybe one day we might get you Brock versus DC in WWE.
I mean, Brock is on the ban list right now.
Is he?
Oh, dude, Brock got into so much trouble. He tried to hold me up for this shit. He know what Brock did. I ain't telling you all there what Brock did. Okay, Brock is so much trouble.
So why not fight happen?
Brock played this,
so
man. Brock
that clip has blown up all over the MMA, all over the media, because one, it's DC, he's on ESPN, he's one of the bigger names of MMA, and two, Brock Lesnar is the biggest star, one of the biggest stars we have ever seen come to the sport, one of the only guys to sell 1 million pay-per-views. And when he dropped this, we immediately knew what he was talking about. And it begged the question, is there other information that we don't know about? Is there other information that was brought up within these text messages with, I forgot her name. What was her name? We're talking about the Vince McMahon lawsuit, if you don't know. Shoot. Whatever her name was, it's completely blanking on me. Brock Lesnar was brought into it. They said a ex-WWE champion and UFC champion was an accomplice. And basically what happened, what I heard, was Vince McMahon used this woman to, as leverage to get Brock Lesnar to resign with the WWE around the time the DC fight was supposed to happen. So let's continue the clip.
When Brock came, Brock played us, bro. He always has an open door because he's such a big star.
Of course.
I was on a Brock Lesnar card at UFC 200.
That's when you fight Anderson Silva.
I fought Anderson.
Yep.
So 1.4 million pay-per-views.
Woo!
Brock actually came, and then the WWE paid him more to stay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they paid him more to stay.
Yeah.
We danced the dance for a while.
Yeah.
It could have been Brock and I when I fought Derek Lewis in New York.
Yep.
But yeah, they paid him so much to stay. Man, he was such a big star there.
Oh, yeah.
That he could make money to go do that and do nothing with suplexes.
Yeah.
Or go fight me in an octagon.
Which is real and
it's
unique.
real, and I'm going to try to kill him.
Yeah. Maybe one day we might get you Brock.
Yeah, so this clip, I'll leave it linked down below if you want to go watch the full count podcast where it goes into it. But the main thing I want to talk about here is what Chael Sonnen says. Now, I'm going to leave this down below. You guys have already watched this video. If you're not watching Chael Sonnen, how? This guy runs the MMA YouTube scene. Shout out Chael Sonnen. But what he says in this video basically is what I said in my video before, and how I felt about this entire situation after the information about what actors in the lawsuit came out. What was planned.
Maturity to go out and have it, but it's not the one we're having now. I'm on Brock. It wasn't said that Brock and Vince are in big trouble. It was said that Brock. So let's just adjudicate this one thing, and let me start you back at the beginning. Were there two consenting adults? Does anybody feel unwhole? Does anybody feel violated? Does anybody feel victimized? And I think if you asked all those questions, you're asking far too many. But in this case, you could ask them. And you would get a yes to consenting adults, and you would get no. Nobody is upset here. And it should stop right there.
I'm jumping on his point right as he's making it. Two consenting adults sending pictures, that should not result in Brock Lesnar being shadow banned beyond what other fight. Like, he got worse treatment than War Machine. War Machine got publicity for what he said. Like he did. You guys don't know about the War Machine story. It was horrific. Guy ended up. He's in prison right now on like a 30-year sentence. Absolute lunatic. But again, this would be different if they met up and something happened. This was text messages. And Chael Sonnen makes a lot of funny points in this video that I do not want to ruin for you guys. But when that came out, it was like, okay, so they never met up. No physical contact happened. There was something about pissed videos that Brock Lesnar was asking for. I don't know if that's real or not. It's funny. There's no way around it. It's funny. But you know, when everything came out about Brock, and they never even said Brock's name, we just knew, from the ex UFC champion. We know who that is, Ronda Rousey. I doubt she would do anything like that. But again, two consenting adults, which is what I want to stress.
There. But it never does. People then want to say what this was and then deem that it was bad, which is like some kind of a virtue signal. I mean, where are the freaks at that are standing up and go, oh, that was minor league texting. I got way crazier than that. I mean, where are they at? Nobody has defended Brock, as a matter of fact. Nobody has even just told the truth about Brock. Bury him, guys. Bury him. Just tell the truth. We believe that Brock was texting, and we have to say that. We have to. Nobody has even taken the step to verify that that was Brock's phone number.
Which is another insane part of this situation. Nobody ever verified, even though in the lawsuit it just said that Vince McMahon was using her as a leverage, but they never verified if the number and the text were Brock Lesnar himself. That's stupid. That's bullshit. There's no way around it. Again, this is no like, oh, you got in a bar fight, or you stole something. Maybe you beat someone up. This is the most horrific charge you can put on someone. The most horrific accusation that is an instant career ender. Again, I want to stress, Brock Lesnar, when it comes to pay-per-view attractions, is one of the best of all time. There is no way around it. You go look at pay-per-view numbers. Brock Lesnar is near the top. You look at what he did in WWE, UFC, everything. And for a guy like that to be liked the way, and I get it, likes to keep himself, hates the media, hates being around people. I totally get it. I'm the same way. But, again, it's crazy to me how Brock Lesnar was kind of sandwiched into this lawsuit. He never physically did anything, and he lost his entire career over it. That's bullshit, man. It really is. But let's continue.
Which would be pretty easy to verify. It's only about 8 people that you could ask, but people do have that number. Nobody has verified that it was Brock on the other end of that number. I think it's reasonable to assume that he was. I'm sharing for you The most minor of investigations were not done. Now, why wouldn't a minor investigation be done? Why wouldn't we juxtapose that number with a small handful of people that have it just to get a conversation? Why wouldn't we at least ask Brock, hey, was that you? Do you want to know why? Because it wasn't any of our business. Because there was 2 consenting adults. Because in the level of crime, this was not only not felonious, this was not even mischief, this was not even a misdemeanor. This was not looked at in any level by any authoritative body, because it was 2 consenting adults talking dirty. Do you understand where this is embarrassing for Brock? Do you understand how that's a big punishment?
I'm gonna leave it at that. Again, I don't want to jump all over his video, but right there, that is the biggest problem I have with this entire situation. How many viewers does this thing have? 45K in 6 hours. It jumped up to 46. But, Chael Sonnen, right? He's he's the biggest media member out there. There's no way around it. I guess you can throw Ariel in front of him. But mainly, everybody goes to jail. And it's like I keep saying, man, it's like any other crime. We do due diligence. But this specific crime, again, I got young siblings. I got sisters. It's a very fucking serious charge. Anybody with that charge who actually does that, I believe, should be locked away, and the family should decide what happens to them on a daily basis. That's just my opinion. But they never met up. They were supposed to meet up. What happened was they booked the flight. Brock Lesnar got cold shoulders like before it, and the meeting never happened. But again, you had her texting from her phone. You had Vince McMahon saying, "Hey, we're trying to get him to resign. Can you help me entice him?" Which is what she did. Which is what she willingly did. Again, Vince McMahon is an insane freak. We all know that. We've known that for years. I don't think anybody read that lawsuit and really was, man, I can't believe Vince McMahon did this. You absolutely could see him doing it. His character on screen is a lot like the one behind the scenes. But again, this girl is getting paid 6 figures. She did it all willingly. She was, engaging with the sexton and all that stuff. And then Brock Lesnar is just thrown into this. It makes no sense to me. Brock Lesnar, he was one of my favorite fighters. One of my favorite wrestlers. And I was watching wrestling and that. And I know, like I said, he doesn't like the media. He probably doesn't care what people think. Any other, I don't know. Any other situation, man. Because I just do my video on Connor, right? And I am doing these back to back where I'm talking about the Nikita hand thing. And now I'm talking about Brock and this girl. Like, he never did anything. They never hooked up. They never met in person. How can you get punished for this when you've never met the person? I don't know. It makes no sense. But I did want to make a little video here talking about what Chael Sonnen said because I believe this is important, man. Same thing with the Connor situation. This is a very serious accusation. And the difference between it being true or false is major. Either he's a predator, well, not Brock. Like, either Connor's a predator, or this goes lying. Either, even, again, though, you can't look at Brock Lesnar as a predator when you never, I don't know. I'm kind of saying the same thing. I just want to make this video. I think it's very important, though. Let me know, what do you think about Chael Sonnen defending Brock Lesnar? Go watch this full video, and yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I really love the support, biggest way. It's incredible, man, seeing the support and growth on this channel. But that's what I got. Later.